driving on 270, not too far from Lucas and Hunt, and we just saw a whole line of military vehicles. Looks like they're heading back out to Ferguson. We're gonna see if we can get a better shot of them. That's as close as we can get right now, right up there in front of those vehicles. But we're not far from St. Louis Lambert Airport, which has been the National Guard staging area. We're gonna see if we can get up here and we'll be back. Like there's about 5 of them up here. And now we're stopped behind them at the light. I am. We should wave as we go by.
Wow.
I don't know what time I'm going to be able to get over there.
And we get to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Are you filming?
Yes. Yes. No problem. I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Hi, Caps. She's so sweet.
These are press guys. Maybe we should ask them. Saw a lady with a sign that said the whole system is guilty.
There's McDonald's over here.
And there's one of the police staging areas, the McDonald's, where journalists have been arrested. We need to find a place to park. And we gotta do it soon because we're about to run out of road here. And right now we're going through the neighborhood where they had been shooting tear gas off at citizens. We're gonna do a drive-through of the whole area. I'm gonna try to get it all. We'll be getting as much as we can. No matter how this whole thing turns out, it's still history in the making. This lady's sign here says the whole system is guilty. Amen, girl. there's McDonald's. This is kind of where all the people have been gathering the last few nights. This is all a mixture of peaceful protesters, media personnel right now. People with signs saying don't shoot and don't loot. Absolutely. Here's one of the businesses. And this right here is the burnout QT. That's sad, man. It's so sad. It's now fenced off completely. Nobody should ever have to go through this in their community. Say hi. We decided footage from the other side wasn't quite good enough, so we made the flip. We're going back up West Florissant. Say hi. There's the QT again for point of reference. All that we can hope in all of this is that nobody else gets hurt. This is the scene in front of us. When we were on our way down here, we saw a bunch of squad cars with lights as well as military vehicles. Heard a helicopter overhead. Not quite sure what that was about, but now we're going to be stopped at the light so that the protesters can come through. And here comes some officers. There's the protesters. And Gaia's not too happy about those sirens. But the trail of police cars continue down West Florissant. There's the press zone. If you can get back there, I bet we could park. They won't let you back in there. Hold on. Wait. This is the infamous press zone, the press pen as it's called, and here's KSDK 5 pulling in now. Police line on both sides of the street. There's the Red's Barbecue. Not a whole lot of people down here. Everyone down here is peaceful. Everyone we have come in contact with has been friendly. We've been interviewed a few times by Al Jazeera, German media. And these are our friends who have given me this wonderful rooftop shot on the side of West Florissant. Say hi, guys.
Hands up, don't shoot. Hey, can I get one of the waters?
Yeah, I get you.
What do y'all got to say about tonight?
What's
going on?
Hopefully it stays peaceful and the police force doesn't be excessive as it has for the last couple of days.
Got it. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in our rights, and
Absolutely.
our people fought for constitutional rights, and they're violating it. They're violating the media's rights and our rights to
Free
protest.
assembly.
It's just
Come on.
Yep.
excessive.
We're with you
Only
guys.
thing they need to treat this like Mardi Gras. Instead of coming at people with tanks and armor, put your big boy toys up. Ain't nobody out here trying to kill no police.
The night that
For
the
sure.
cops weren't out here, it was peaceful all night. No looting.
Where is he at? He need to get back out here and walk amongst these people. We his people.
He comes out after they leave.
You know, it seemed like when he was out here, things were calm, things were cool.
It
People
was,
respect him.
but they sideswiped him with them tidbits. It's a tit for tat going back and forth between the family lawyers and the city's lawyers. Everybody trying to one up each other. They need to put a gag order out, and all of them need to be quiet till the investigation come back through. It's not my job to judge what happened. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Let the facts come out as they are.
Absolutely.
And everybody just be honest and tell the truth.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, I'm supporting of the justice system no matter what the truth come out is.
Right.
But
do it legally.
For the police to release part of it one day and say one thing, and then these other people saying a whole nother thing, we don't know what to believe.
True
so
story.
why don't everybody be quiet until the facts come out?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Open Ferguson back up for business. These people suffering out here. Ain't no businesses open.
That's exactly why we're
None
here.
of these businesses are open.
We don't live here, but we're with you guys.
These businesses are open.
We live in O'Fallon.
Open Ferguson back up.
My husband did some growing up here, and this is surreal, man. You don't expect to see this literally in your backyard.
They need to open Ferguson back up.
And here comes the protesters marching down the street now. I think I'm gonna get down and we'll reconnect later.
No peace! No justice! No peace! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! What do we want? Justice!
He said get outside, get out the street before he makes us.
When do we want it?
Now!
What's his name?
Mike Brown!
What's his name?
Mike Brown!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace! No peace! Mike Brown! Don't shoot! Mike Brown!
I hear great.
Mike Brown! Mike Brown!
It's in one of my pockets.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Don't shoot! 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 Hands up! Don't shoot!
All y'all registered to vote?
Black yes, sir.
Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
We are in the middle of the media lot. We got everyone from Kansas City, International, Al Jazeera, Germany. We know the InfoWars guys are here somewhere.
Right.
Vice News. We've got KPLR 11 here in the back. We got News Channel 5 here. Univision. This whole lot is just people trying to get the truth out.
I'm Chris Hayes with Fox 2 News in St. Louis. I've been an investigative reporter for about 20 years. I've been in South Florida, Phoenix for 8 years, St. Louis for 9. Never covered anything like this. I've stayed domestically in the United States, and I've had colleagues that have gone to Iraq and described things like this, but never imagined covering anything like this here. The best way to sum it up for me is it's incredibly unpredictable, and there are things that are happening all around you, especially after dark. The majority of people are peaceful, of course, but you have pockets of people that have really intense feelings. Some of them are high on drugs, and at one point I saw canisters of gas shooting ahead of me. There were assault rifles drawn behind me. There was a citizen speeding backwards at 35 miles an hour in their vehicle down the road, and then they veered into the parking lot right by me, almost hitting me. Somebody is screaming, and a helicopter is above with a searchlight. It's overwhelming to the senses, and you don't know what's going to happen next.
Literally like a war zone.
literally like a war zone. I mean, I don't want to be insensitive to somebody who's lived in a war zone because I can leave it.
Right.
I can literally drive 2 blocks away, maybe more, 2 miles away, and I'm in the comfort of my own home. And I don't feel like I'm in a war zone. But in this small section, it's a war zone. And actually to expound on that a little bit more, we're over at the command center and all the stores are open. There's a Target, there's a Sonic, there was a China King restaurant. And I asked, is that open? And he said, yes, but there are tactical units in front of it. And then a man walked up and says, can I go to China King? And I go, yeah, National Guard's got to escort you. So think about how that impacts that business, how that impacts that person. And it goes on and on. The schools are closed. Kids are missing out on their learning opportunities. Parents are probably having trouble getting to work because of daycare issues. It goes on and on.
I understood you got tear gassed as well.
I did.
It wasn't smoke. It wasn't smoke.
It was, no, matter of fact, having not experienced it before, and the night before they had set off canisters, I didn't get any irritant sensation. But last night, they set them off, and I didn't get any sensation until at one point I walked into a cloud and I could not breathe. And it felt like burning plastic that I was sucking in, and I had to just veer the other way. And I was out of it at one point, and then I grabbed my gas mask.
Did it affect your vision and things like that?
No, it did not affect my vision. Yeah, I was probably lucky that I got at the very periphery of it.
Gotcha. What's been your experience?
Yeah, it did mine. I've gotten it, not directly, just sort of. It's wafted my direction, and yeah, the worst for me, at least. My understanding is everybody kind of has a different sensation. It affects my eyes and it makes me sneeze. So, but they haven't directly targeted me personally, but
Just overall unpleasant.
just I've gotten it from being around and in the neighborhoods and stuff. In fact, Wednesday night when the cops were really kind of going haywire, they were targeting the press. I was driving down Chambers Road, which is to the north of here, and it was wafting out of a neighborhood, and I had the windows down on my van as I was driving about 35 miles an hour, the speed limit, and just temporarily blinded. Really had to hit the brakes for fear that I was going to be permanently blinded, or at least blinded for a longer term, and almost came to a stop in the middle of the street just because I was concerned. Again, wasn't directly targeted that time, just got an indirect.
But there's a lot of collateral damage going on as far as human beings are concerned.
I tell you what, I did feel really badly for the people that live in the neighborhoods over here, because they are lower income families that live in those neighborhoods, and that seems to be the direction that they're forcing the protesters and the ne'er-do-wells that are trying to cause trouble. They're forcing them into those neighborhoods and then kind of launching an all-out tear gas attack on them. And because it's a low-income area, I know that that we've had a very nice summer here in St. Louis. Temperatures have been very moderate. Most of those people most of them don't have air conditioning. If they do, they certainly weren't using it because it was in the lower 50s, or not lower 50s, I'm sorry, lower 70s, mid 60s that
So
night.
windows
So it was
were
very
open
windows open and stuff. So people probably would have been sitting in their living rooms and experienced what I
Getting
experienced,
gassed by it.
driving 35 miles an hour down the street.
There was a
So-
woman that lived behind the Quick Trip that drove up at one point, and she was joking. We had these donuts that Tom Pissarra gave us, and she goes, "Can I have a donut?" And I brought her one as just to be lighthearted about it. She goes, "Will you tell the protesters to go home?" She said, "I live right behind the Quick Trip. I can't get to work. I
Yeah.
can't get home, and my furniture has a grit."
Oh my
a
God.
grit from this tear gas. She goes, "And I can feel it under my eyelids, and I could feel it under my eyelids last night."
When I went home last night, I got home about 3 a.m. and again, I wasn't directly targeted. I got it as a secondary.
Blowback.
But I could still feel it kind of tingling on my skin. I was dressed pretty much how I am now, and I could feel it kind of still tingling on my skin at 3 a.m. And I got the full effect around say 11:30. So it does stick around a while if you do get it. So.
We know some other media members who have actually been invited into people's homes after getting gassed by the tear gas, and these people help them out, help them get rid of it. There's some really good people down here. They want their neighborhood back to themselves.
The people that live in these neighborhoods have been. I mean, here I'm as white as you can get. I'm from affluent West County, some people would say.
We live in O'Fallon, so.
The people that live in these neighborhoods have been nothing but nice to me, nothing but welcoming, nothing but.
Yeah.
So
same to us.
The people that are race baiting and trying to make this into a racial issue,
they're the ones turning it bad.
I don't feel like it's a race issue.
Yep.
I feel like it's an oppression issue.
Yep.
That's just
Well, as I said to Al Jazeera earlier, I don't think it's a race issue, black and white. I think it's a red, white, and blue versus boys and blue at this point because
thank you.
One's pushing back, the other one's pushing harder, and it's just going to end up being not so good for everybody.
I support the police as long as they do their jobs and they don't go too far with it.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I feel like at least last Wednesday they went a little bit too far, but that's just my opinion.
And that's why
You
we're
feel
here.
that last night or the night before?
No, the police were generally very cooperative with us. They were very forthcoming with us last night.
I noticed they were saying please over the bullhorn for once last night.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
That was nice.
There's certainly been an attitude shift toward the media by the police. They've been a lot kinder to us since last week Wednesday when they were.
That's absolutely necessary. The only way people out there are going to know the truth is because of guys like you. And we have 2 TVs in our home. We keep them on the local news, and we pull up the independent news sources on our computer. And you guys have always been good sources for us. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
We appreciate it.
Are you guys posting this on a blog or something? Or are you...
Hold on, baby. Take a look around.
Come over here, Phil. Go over there, Phil. Give me the cameras at, baby.
Hey, this is what you want to see on the pictures right here. Don't show us sagging with the gang bang rap. This is what you want to see right here. Intelligent black brother.
Getting orders, so
I just want you to answer the simple question.
I don't know. What we see walking down the streets is different than what we see after 10, 8 o'clock at night when it's dark.
So, I mean, I'm brought up, institutionalized by my school system to say that I have these rights because I'm American. I'm entitled to it. So when do these stipulations come into place?
You can quote your amendments all you want, son. I'm not going to get along with it. Just keep it. I'm not going to get into confrontation with you. We can sit
Are you confrontation?
Well, when I heard the cop get...
Want to sign? You want to sign? We're going to be taking off. All right.
Oh, no. It's lovely.
Yeah, you gotta stay with me. Come on, man, give me some love, bro. Give me some love. How y'all doing that? How y'all doing that, folks? Stay tuned, Sam.
We're going to walk with y'all so we can get around. This is America, as it happens. Welcome to democracy.
No justice, no peace, no justice, no sleep, none of that. I'm gonna keep looking like you at a show. This is life.
cubs.
I can go this way, right? Sure. Thanks. Be safe tonight. All right.
Say hi.